Hallo Karsten, Kimmer hasje Jew. Is mis Emily Nichjoen ó chló a bratin, agus hasin a seo an Jew gus an neúd G or son Gàidheal a chud Bhog. Hello everyone, how are you today? My name is Emily McEwen. I'm from Braden Press, of course, and we're here today live on Facebook and live on YouTube too to launch the new book, G or son Gàidheal, Apachel, Gàidheal an Gàidheal, and Alpin Nui. And it is written by Shalane Hansen and illustrated by Etta Moffat. And this Gaelic edition was translated by Margie Beaton of Mabou, Cape Breton Islands, Nova Scotia. So we are very proud to be launching the Gaelic version today. As many of you know, we have also the English edition, which was published, let's see, here we go, which was published about a year ago, almost exactly a year ago, I think, in May 2020, when we were already knee-deep in the pandemic. Well, here we are again. Nova Scotia is still, unfortunately, knee-deep in our third wave of COVID, and our thoughts are with everyone who is ill at this time. We're very grateful to be able to use technology to bring this book launch to you. And we also have a French version of this book, J'ai comme Gàidheal, L'Alphabet de la Culture Gaélique en Nouvelle-Écosse, which came out in October of last year. So now we have a trilogy or a trifecta or whatever you want to call it. 3 beautiful books, and all authored, of course, by Shalane Hansen, all illustrated by Etta Moffat, and I'll have more to say about that in a little bit because we have some interesting illustration variations. And as I mentioned before, the Gaelic one was translated by Margie Beaton. Hi, Margie, Moran Tang. I guess the French one was translated by Melanie Close, who is a professional French translator of Acadian ancestry and also a Gaelic learner, actually. So it's been a wonderful project, and we're so excited to be kind of bringing it to full fruition today. And with us today, via the magic of technology, we are going to have 3 Gaelic speakers, 3 young Gaelic users from Nova Scotia. All of them live in the Halifax area, and all of them are graduates, you could say, of the Gàidheal program at the Gaelic College, Colistin Gaelic in Cape Breton. And we're just so proud of them and what they've accomplished. And they're going to join us today, as I said, through the magic of technology while we are all socially distanced. And they're going to read pages from G or son Gàidheal in Gaelic. And they're also going to tell us a little bit about why they wanted to learn Gaelic, right? What Gaelic means to them. So we are really looking forward to that. And why don't we start with our first young person. So her name is Maura. And Maura is, as I said already, they're all graduates of the Gàidheal, the Young Heroes program at Colistin Gaelic. So we're going to start and listen to Maura telling us about what Gaelic means to her. So I'm going to bring her in right now.
Hello, my name is Maura Shah. I think it is very important to learn Gaelic because, especially for me, my great-grandparents, all of their first languages would have been Gaelic, and for generations before that, all the way back to Scotland. However, due to circumstances outside of their control, that language was taken for them, and so I think it is very important for us to reclaim that language and that culture. And especially now, it feels so good to be around that culture and around that community, and I think that is something so important and amazing that we have been able to do.
Moran Tang Vora Fashion Jada Scaniel. Thank you very much, Maura. That was just wonderful. And we really agree with you. You know, it's important and precious here. And we're just so glad that our young people are having the chance to carry this language and culture and our legacy forward. So Maura is going to read to us from the very first alphabet page of G or son Gàidheal, and it is A airson Alapanuig. And because of how this streaming program works, I'm going to show you the page image first. So this is the page that she'll be reading from. I didn't actually have a copy of the book to get to Maura when she did this reading for us. So we're so grateful for that. And she will be getting a copy. But this is the page that she's reading from, with the gorgeous artwork by Etta Moffat, showing us a Gaelic language map of Nova Scotia and the counties, and some of the cities as well, the county seats in the counties in eastern Nova Scotia where Gaelic has historically been most prominent. So I'll show it to you again after Maura reads.
Airson Alapanuig, sé Nova Scotia a hec, Wúcan Berla Alapanuig, ach sound van lechen a hunnig and chenan bahus. Ha Nova a Gàidheal Nuig, no uer, agus ha Scotia a Gàidheal Alba. Puck na gal an an Alapanuig anam an Gaelic do hutch den a hetchigan faden do hunnig iad. Ha Alapanuig mar farchdo mcbaki, and feden dolwasach ek nan tusini. Na mikma is iedsen a vasho in toshach.
Mór tang avora. So, and I'll go ahead and read you a translation of the page that Maura read so that you can understand if you don't have Gaelic yet. Of course, you will in the future, but we'll give you a hand now. So, Maura read, Alapanuig is called Nova Scotia by English speakers, but the name comes from Latin. Nova means nuig or ur, and Scotia means Alapa in Latin. Gaels in Alapanuig gave Gaelic names to some of the places where they settled. Alapanuig is also a part of Mi'kma'ki. The traditional lands of the Mi'kmaq were the first to live there. Airson Alapanuig. I guess. Hamirash. Shake. So the next young person that we have doing a reading from Gàidheal is Ella. Ella is one of the daughters of Shalane Hansen, the author of the book. And Ella is also one half of the duo known as Suaslish Gaelic, or Up with Gaelic. Ella and her sister Abby do musical performances, and they also have a workshop that they run for educators in Nova Scotia. And normally when school is in school buildings, they would be traveling around to different schools and giving this workshop in different classrooms. However, right now our schools are online because of our lockdown, and so they are actually they've actually made their workshop free to educators for Mias na Gael, Gaelic Month in Nova Scotia, which is happening right now in the month of May. So I suggest that you go check out their Facebook page, Up with Gaelic, or their Twitter account, Up with Gaelic, and you can get more details there. They also have a website. I think it's upwithgaelic.ca, but I'll post details under this post later on when I confirm that. But at any rate, so here's Ella, and before she reads her page, Ella is also going to talk with us a little bit about why Gaelic is important to her.
Hello, it's Misha Ailey, agus Sana Dartmouth Ahami. Hello, my name's Ella and I live in Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. I study Gaelic because it's part of my heritage and my culture, and of course the Gaelic community is just so much fun to be a part of. The music, the dancing, the language is all part of who I am, and I really enjoy that.
Morantang Ailey. Thank you very much, Ella. So now Ella is going to read to us a page, which is N airson Nuig. And this page features St. Columba. There's something very special about this page and the previous page that Maura read. These two pages and this artwork are unique to the Gaelic language edition. So that's something quite special. There is at least one illustration in each of the three books that is not found in the other two. And as you can imagine, this is because languages are different. And so a word for an alphabet book, a word doesn't necessarily start with the same letter of the alphabet in every language. I'll talk to you more about that in a little bit. And here is Ella reading airson nuamh.
Airson nuamh. Sé nuamh ceann ciille a thug críoslach bhó éireann go alba an táiseach. Cód is míle blianach isteoidh sin, thug na Gàidheal an creach sibh críoslach luithe go alba nua. Thumad nuamh ceann ciille na cruinne agus chanmhíocha a ghfuil sin ar a hon. Bhí cáda Gàidheal as a lentin clachan agus a Gàidheal uireann bhó chríochmh a sínslean.
Mór tang, Ailey. Thank you, Ella. And now I'll give you a translation for those of us who don't have Gaelic. So Ella read, N is for nuamh, or saints. Saint Columba first brought Christianity from Ireland to Scotland. More than 1,000 years later, the first Gaels from Scotland brought their Christian faith to Nova Scotia. They remembered Saint Columba and named some of their churches after him. Some Nova Scotian Gaels still follow the practices and use the prayers of their ancestors' faith. Airson nuamh. Okay, and so now we have the other half of the Up With Gaelic duo, and that is Abby. And as I mentioned, Abby and Ella are the daughters of the author, Shalane Hanson. And I think I speak for the whole Gaelic community in saying we just couldn't be prouder of them and their wonderful achievements so far. They, just like Maura, are graduates of the Gàidheal program at the Gaelic College for young people. And that program is doing such amazing work. And it's just a delight to see everyone coming out of that program and engaging with and sharing their language and culture. I'm getting all overclamped about it. Okay, so Abby also is going to tell us a little bit about why Gaelic is important to her. Gaelic cho cutarmachi, agus an nóirsin bí a léimhigh as an nóir cuideach. So here's Abby.
Hello, it's Misha Abby, agus Sana Dartmouth Ahami. Hi, my name is Abby and I'm from Dartmouth. I started to learn the Gaelic language for two reasons. The first was because it was a part of my heritage and it was the language my ancestors spoke, and I want to be able to continue that through generations. The second reason was because when I was younger, I visited the Gaelic College for a summer camp, and I was really inspired by the people that worked there and that spoke Gaelic there to learn the language myself.
Tap leave Abby. Agus inis ha Abby adol leivig. Now Abby is going to read from another very special page, which is S airson scialach. And a scialach is a tale.
S airson scialach. Nuair héid na Gael chéalaí bí den an scialach gan acha. Sé spór sa hans na scialachcan agus hat mar farst eris dé choptad na Gael. Said scialachcan mu hiúnmach cóil, scialachcan mu na síchan, agus néachcan becca ura mu rútan évan nó neonach go hachad. Ha scialachcan féimil san dúchas agus canan a scualag.
Bashan Scaniel Abby, Tachpalet. So Abby read, S is for scialach, or a tale. When Gaels visit, they always have stories to share. Old Gaelic stories about legends like Finn McCool, and new stories about strange or funny things that happen, are a fun and special part of Gaelic culture. Stories are also a way to pass on the traditions and language. And by the way, this is, we didn't mention it in the book, but anybody who knows a little bit about Gaelic tales may recognize this tale. And that you can see on the left there, it's Donald agus na Síocháin, Donald and the Fairies. Agus had the shine and drasta Loindhe marsh, Loindhe marsh, Loindhe marsh. Agus ha dal geach, Chiquietin. So this is the story of Donald and the fairies, and you can see the fairies dancing there, and they're singing Monday, Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday. And then Donald shouts, Wednesday! And as you know, he gets in a whole lot of trouble after that. So, Taf beleverisht do our Loch Levy. Thank you again to our readers. Fashion Scaniel did a wonderful job. And now I'd like to share with you just a few more illustrations from G airson Gàidheal, and also from G is for Gàidheal and J come Gàidheal. And I can tell you a little bit behind the scenes about how these things all came together and the different things we had to think about. So I've actually got one to show you first, which actually illustrates what we were talking about with the Gàidheal program. So C is for college. The Gaelic College has been in Cape Breton, Nova Scotia for more than 80 years. Every year, people from Nova Scotia and all over the world come to the college to learn more about Gaelic language and culture. College na Gaelic is the Gaelic name for the Gaelic College. Now, as you can imagine, when Shalane wrote those words, it was true. Every year, people were coming to the college. Last year was the first year that people couldn't come. And we're still waiting to see what's going to happen this year. But the college pivoted, like we all did, that dreaded word. But they did a great job of it. They had online courses. And we know everyone's trying to pull together and make this another unusual but good year. And so you can see there the very front, the kind of front door of the Gaelic College, the front building, the craft shop there. And of course, the banner says Fáilte. And you may not know this unless you were in the program or worked at the college, but the girl on the left is wearing a Gàidheal hoodie. We've just hidden the logo under the backpack strap. But if you know, then you know. And now you all know. So, and she's carrying a tablet or an iPad because we figured, well, she might be carrying a book, but, you know, we just wanted to update it a little bit for modern technology. So that is C for college. And actually, in the French and Gaelic versions of the book, we used the same illustration, but we already had other words that needed to be included that started with C. So we had to figure out what to do. And so we changed it. So in the French edition, it's J comme jeunesse. J is for jeunesse, which means youth. And in the Gaelic edition, it's O airson oikri, which is also youth. So that's how we handled that. Changing everything around in the different editions was a little bit like, do you remember those little square puzzles you used to get as a child? If you're an adult, I can say that. And they have one free square, and then they have the numbers, and you have to slide them all around, but you can only slide them around one open square at a time. So figuring out the French and the Gaelic editions from the English one was a little bit like that. It was a puzzle that we had to solve, but it was a lot of fun. So that was C. And then I will show you, actually, there's only one word where all three, which starts with the same letter in all three editions and uses the same illustration in all three editions. And that is, oh no, actually, sorry, there's two of them. They are dance. D is for dance. De comme danse. D airson danse. And P is for punishment. P airson punition. And no, I'm mixing up my languages. P comme punition. And P airson penis. So that's the P. So I just wanted to show you the dance. Well, and actually it's not exactly the same because what we ended up doing. So here is the illustration of D is for dance in the English edition, and we used this again for the French edition. And it's about Cape Breton step dancing, as you can see. Now, when it came to the Gaelic edition, because of how the layout was, we needed to have a 2-page letter in that space, because we needed to have, well, it's a long story, but when you lay out a book, certain things need to happen on certain pages. And because a page has 2 sides, as it were, you need to do things in a certain order. So we needed to have a double page spread there. So I asked our wonderful artist, Etta Moffat, I said, Etta, could you turn this into a dance battle? And she said, well, maybe it's not great to have them battling, but in my mind, it's kind of like, a dance battle between Cape Breton step dancing and Highland dancing. But you know what? It's a friendly battle, because each form of dance is beautiful. Each form of dance has its own steps and its own way of responding to Gaelic music, and its own way of dressing. And, Cape Breton step dancing, the dancers try to stay low to the floor, whereas in Highland dancing, they're leaping high and pointing their toes. And there's basically something for everyone. And you can see the piper in the background too. He was playing for them. So there's our dance battle, our West Side Story of Gaelic dance. So, and I have another couple of pages to share with you. This was another one where we had to transform. Oh, and it turns out, okay, so I was supposed to have the double page spread to show you. So Q is for question was a double page spread in the English language edition. And then in the French edition, it had to become a single page illustration. So again, our wonderful illustrator stepped in, and she cut a few people out, and that's fine. We like it like this. So the kids are talking to each other saying, Kimmerahau, Galiva. And somebody's talking on his cell phone too, saying, Kimmerahau. So this one is Q comme question. L'une des premières questions que les Gaels posent lorsqu'ils rencontrent un ami est Kimmerahau ou comment vas-tu? Une réponse à cette question pourrait être Galiva ou très bien. Keist est le mot gaélique pour question. So that was cute. And then we actually ended up not putting that one in the Gaelic language edition. I bet you can guess why. It's because there's no Q in Gaelic, right? So we didn't have a page with a Q word. And then the last one I'll share with you here is, let's see. This is the author's favorite illustration. And I've actually heard from a number of other people who they pick up the book, they page through, they stop on this one and they say, oh, I really like this one. And it is L is for labor. And this illustration is in all 3 books. It is here, it's L is for labor. And I'll read it to you. The first Gaels arrived in Nova Scotia before there were machines, electricity, or stores. They labored hard to survive, cutting down trees to build homes and plant crops. Later, Gaels worked on farms and in coal mines. Sometimes Gaels had to leave home to find work. Oper is the Gaelic word for labor or work. And you can see underground, we have our cutaway view of the coal miners. And I believe both the illustrator and the author had coal miners in their families. And we do think it's very important to recognize that there were Gaels, many Gaels who worked in the mines, as well as working on the land. So we really love this illustration. You can see the tiny little people and the tiny little horses and the little carts of coal. So, and this illustration in the French version, it is O comme ouvrage, because we already had a T for travail. So we had to get creative. And then again, we also had to get creative in the Gaelic edition, because we already had another word for O. We had oikri, as youth. So instead of oper, this one became I, airson, Immerstach, industrious, because they were very, very hard workers. And I'm sure we all know that from our own families. So those are some of the illustrations we wanted to share with you from all 3 editions, from Gàidheal Gàidheal, agus G come Gàidheal, agus G is for Gàidheal. Whoops, my camera isn't even wide enough. So these are all 3. So we do invite you to check them all out. I'm going to try to add a product to the Braden Press online store soon, with like a book box with 1 of each and a flat rate postage. So look for that. I'm still getting the hang of our online store. It's not as easy as you would think, but we'll be putting that together soon. Before we wrap up, I just wanted to thank everybody who helped with this launch. I want to thank Shalane and Etta and Melissa and Maura and Abby and Ella and Tim and everybody. I also want to acknowledge the grant funding that we received for all 3 books. So for the Gaelic, for Gàidheal Gàidheal, we received a grant from the Gaelic Books Council. Actually, we received 2 grants from the Gaelic Books Council, Cordan and Neodichen in Scotland, 1 commissioning grant and 1 publishing grant. For the French language edition, we received a grant that assisted us with translation from the Gael program through the Gaelic Council, Cordan and Gaelic. And for the English language edition, we received a commissioning grant for to help pay for part of the artwork from Arts Nova Scotia. And we definitely could not have done it without all of those organizations and the organizations and individuals that have purchased the books. You have all played a vital role in making these books possible. I guess Hashin Ho Tankil, we're so grateful. Hamidulich nach Romeo Brain Gaelic Barach I did go a bhí a dul arástarúirt agus cuideach déalacha leis na videoin agus na televan agus ha studio ach am seo chaneal Japan gaithgin ha studio ach am a computer agus tóir unne can beca shits a shaw agus am clicking shits a shaw. And so I just wanted to say I'm sorry I wasn't speaking more Gaelic and making this like a true complete bilingual launch as intended. I've got a whole computer studio kind of hidden here that you can't see, production studio with little windows everywhere, and I'm trying to click between everything, and it's certainly a challenge for a brain like mine, but we've done it. And I wish that I could see your questions, but unfortunately it's a little bit lopsided here. I can't watch the launch on Facebook while I'm broadcasting it because there's a 10-second delay, and I would get very confused and things would get very kind of messed up. So, but if you have any questions, if you have any questions about the books, feel free to post them in the chat below or in the comments, and I will be happy to answer them. And I think that's about it, Shine. So, Kurimi screen suas le Kianlichin. I'm just going to put up a little screen here with some links where you can go to get more information about buying the books. As I said, our shop is still a little bit of a work in progress. So if you want to buy a particular combination or quantity of books, just drop me a line through email, orders@bradenpress.com. orders@BRADAN press.com. And I will be happy to set you up with anything you like, or I can point you to a local shop that might have them also. The English G is for Gàidheal is currently at Chapters and Woozles in Halifax and Tattletales in Dartmouth. And we can mail out single copies for $5 Canadian postage in Canada. In the US, you're probably best off ordering it from Amazon. Sorry. But if you prefer a non-Amazon option, get in touch and I'll hook you up. And in the UK, of course, we always recommend that you order from the Gaelic Books Council shop. They have a wonderful website at gaelicbooks.org. Very reasonable postage in the UK. And they have copies already ready to send out to anyone who is interested. So, could mi seo suas, agus lici mi sin suas fat minute noga, agus tap believe gemod, a whole dunya hand gown. Thank you so much to everyone who came. We really appreciate you attending this launch. And hopefully the next book launch that we hold, we'll be able to be in person and see each other again. And of course, we'll still try to have a live stream for people who are in different places, but it would be so nice when we can gather in person. So, more than time.